Hey guys! Welcome back to another video. In this video, we are going to be making another tumbler. This one, it's going to be a rainbow tie-dye tumbler. I'm going to be using several different techniques with this one. I'm going to be using like a painting technique to create a tie-dye effect on the tumbler. And then after that, I will be using I think it's the Dawn Power Wash method or something like that. I think that's what it's called. So this is the tumbler that I did make. Okay, so as you can see, it's like rainbowy. Kind of looks like a tie-dye. All this black stuff here, that's the power wash method. That's what created that effect. So this video is going to be me showing you how I made this. I'm going to be making another one, so it won't be this exact one. But basically I'm going to show you guys how I made it. I did make this with glow-in-the-dark paint, and it actually glows in the dark, which is pretty cool. I'm going to make this other tumbler with the same paint. I'm just going to do something a little differently. With this one I did do just the glow-in-the-dark paint, but it took forever just because the glow-in-the-dark paint isn't really like pigmented. It is, but not as much as regular paint. So what I'm gonna do with this next cup, which I think will just work just as fine, like doing it that way rather than doing it this way, and I think it might be better. I'm gonna take regular paint and paint it first, paint all the colors on it, and then take the glow-in-the-dark paint and then go over those colors with the glow-in-the-dark paint. I'm still gonna do like a couple coats of glow-in-the-dark paint because I think if you only do one coat, it's probably not gonna glow very much, but I did do like 2, maybe 3 coats on this. I can't remember for sure. So if you guys want to see how I made this here, then just keep watching. So for the first coat, we're just gonna use like regular paints, which I literally have like a whole bunch of them like right here, like not really anything. Like I'm just gonna be using either all of it or some of it, I don't really know, but it doesn't really matter too much. I think as long as you get close to the same color as the neon paints or the glow-in-the-dark paints, whatever you're using. So as far as the neon paints go, these are the ones that I am using. I just bought these at Walmart, along with this one too. So these are the colors that I am using. I also got this like neutral color, I don't know, just in case I needed it. And then also I couldn't find a purple glow-in-the-dark one. I don't know if it's just out of stock or if they actually don't have a purple glow-in-the-dark, but they did have a neon purple color, which doesn't glow in the dark, but it's still like neon, which is all the rest of these two. So that's the purple one that I did get, and it still looks good. So yeah. So those are the colors of the neons that I will be using after I paint over this with the normal paint. So usually what I do first is I kind of draw out the design, just to make sure that I get it where I want it to be, like the whole swirl part of it. Basically like the whole like middle of the swirl. It probably doesn't matter too much just because you can see like this flower is like hiding it. I put the flower right in the middle of the swirl, so, but I still want it to look good and have it be right in the middle of the tumbler or like wherever I want it placed. So that's what we're gonna do first. And then kind of after that, you just start drawing the swirl once you figure out like where placement wise you want it to be. That's how I have it drawn out, and then now usually I go back over that and erase it to where it's just barely there, like I can still see it, but obviously it's not this dark line. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright, so I got that erased. So like hopefully you guys can tell through the camera, but it's still there, but it's not very pigmented. So, and now, I guess we just start painting. So I usually start with the pink first. I will do this on a normal pace, just to show you guys how I do it, and then I will speed it up, put it on time lapse, just so, you know, this video would be super long if I didn't do that, because I'm not gonna sugarcoat or anything for you guys. The painting part of this, it takes forever. Like everything after the painting of the colorful part, everything after that is pretty fast, but doing all these colors, it takes a while, because some of these you could like red into orange, you might be able to do, but like things like colors like yellow, probably even green, since the green has a lighter color. There's the lighter colors, you have to wait until it's dry because you don't want to mix it, because yeah, you don't want to mix those colors together. Alright, future Ashley coming in to show you the brushes that I did use. So the brushes that I used here was this one. I don't know the names of these brushes, but one that's kind of like this. So this one would be kind of used around here. I know you can't really see it, but that's just in case it does show, like I did use this for the more detailed spots of that. And then I used this one that's kind of more long and rectangular, I guess. I don't know the names of these, but yeah, one like this. And this is the one that I did use all around here once I got outside of this small part here. Everywhere else I used this, because it did create those cool lines. Because tie-dye has those variations in the tie-dye part of it, so that's why I used it to create the variations. So those are the two brushes that I did use for that, if that is any help to anybody that needs to know what type of brushes they should use. We're gonna get started on the pink part of it. I'm just gonna try this and see what I think, and then I might use this one, I don't know yet. Alright, so we're gonna start with this brush on right here. But basically, you just make kind of variations like that, like make them shorter, longer, because that's kind of how tie-dye looks, and that's what we're kind of going for, the tie-dye look, obviously. So, and there in the middle, and you just want to make sure that you leave enough room for all the colors. I mean, all the colors, sizes, like, can vary and stuff too, because again, like, tie-dye isn't like exact all the time. Like, the pink part could be like super small, but then like, you know, the yellow or the green could be like huge, like, you know, stuff like that. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure you give yourself enough room for all the colors. Or, I mean, obviously you don't have to do this rainbow, you can do any colors, I mean, but whatever colors you're using, make sure you give yourself enough room for those colors. So as you guys can see, like, I have like spikies kind of, or whatever, I don't know what to call it, but that's kind of how I'm doing it. And then obviously when I go in there with the orange, that orange will fill in those pieces. But you'll see that once I'm done with the pink. I'm going into it with this one so I can make the color like super big. Or it's just easier to make it bigger. And I kind of like how it looks. Kind of the more thinner lines that it does right there, like that. I kind of like that, so that's why I like this brush. And you kind of want to make sure you do some like lines on the bottom side of it too, just because whenever you bring in the purple to the pink, then that way the pink has like variations on the bottom too. Alright guys, so just really quick, as you can see, I got this pink part of it done. So what I'm going to do now is go through with the orange. Basically go around this outside part. And then basically with the orange, I just fill in these spots right here. So wherever the pink paint didn't go, that's where the orange is going to go. And then do basically the same thing with the orange, like, is it feathering it out maybe? Maybe that's what you call it, I don't know, but yeah. So I'm gonna take some orange paint. I'm gonna go around this outside part here. So don't mind my crazy hair right now. I'm just in the middle of making stuff. But anyway, so here is what I have for the cup so far. This is just the base coat basically. This is not what the neon paint looks like or anything like that. So I have that finished, and now I'm just gonna put on the neon colors. Basically putting on the neon colors is the same thing. Just going over those colors basically, but doing the same thing that you did with those colors with the neon. So we are gonna do that now, yay! Okay guys, so as you can see, I did get it all painted. I didn't record myself painting the glow in the dark part of this, just because it was the same thing over and over again. So this is kind of what it looks like. And I did get carried away and kind of forgot to record myself putting this part on it, but literally I just cut this out with my Cricut, and then I just applied it just like regular vinyl. So yeah. Future Ashley popping in here again to say that if you are going to put the decal on before your first coat of epoxy, then make sure to spray seal the whole cup before doing that, because you could run the risk of peeling up the paint that you just put down, and you don't want to ruin your work that you just did. So usually I do like 3 coats of epoxy before I put down that decal. So just make sure to do that if you're doing it before epoxy. We're gonna put the first coat of epoxy on it, and then after that dries, then we will be doing the power wash method on here. So let's do it. Yes. Alright guys, so it is the next day. Actually it's 2 days, but this thing is fully cured, and it is ready for its next step. The next step is the power wash method. Basically, obviously I'm going to show you guys how to do it, but basically the power wash method is just taking this Dawn power wash, you spray it in various spots on the tumbler. Don't spray the tumbler fully. And basically you're definitely gonna like want to cover this flower, because wherever you spray it is where the spray paint's not gonna go basically. So you don't want the spray paint to be on this flower, but basically just put it in various places on the cup, and then you take your spray paint, whatever spray paint you're using. I'm using this black spray paint, but you can use any color you want. You spray paint the whole cup with the Dawn Power Wash stuff on it, and then you take water and you rinse the cup off, and then what leaves you is spots that didn't get the black color, and then the spots that did get the black color, which you guys will see in a second. But we're gonna go outside and I'll show you guys how to do this. Okay guys, so as you can see this here, these spray paints on here, this isn't quite perfect the way I'd want it to be, so I'm going to take some acetone and clean it up, and then take some black paint and add things where it needs to be. If it feels like something's missing, I'll add some spots or whatever. So that's what we're gonna do next, just because like kind of like around here it's all like spotty, like all those spots need to go away, and then all this right here, it's kind of faded and stuff, like, so I'm gonna like add paint and make it more there. Obviously kind of just go with the natural way it went, right there, all right here, all that. So anyway, so that's what we're gonna do now. We're just gonna fix this up, make it look a little better, and then after that we'll do another coat of epoxy, and then we'll be done. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so this here, the black part of this is done. I didn't record all of me just like fixing it up just because I feel like it would get boring after a while, but I did fix it up with the acetone and then adding black paint to places where I thought needed it. So this is how this one turned out. And now we're going to put another layer of epoxy on this and then it should be done. So let's do that, yay! Alright guys, so that was it. That was me making this, not this one, this is mine, but the tumbler that looks like this, the Rainbow Sunflower Tumbler. If you guys enjoyed watching, please give it a thumbs up. That would mean a lot to me if you do. And subscribe if you guys like to see videos like this. I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Alright, bye!